Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the EBM Scholars. Today we have a special guest and we are going to talk about Europe and, more important, United Kingdom. Welcome, Sharon.
Thank you very much, EBM.
It is my honor to have you, I think it's my first time to have a guest from United Kingdom.
Thank you. I'm honored to be in your channel. I feel like I'm in America. You just go, this online thing is so nice. You can go anywhere. You can go to Canada, go America,
Exactly.
Go Germany. Yeah. So thank you for having me in your channel.
Yeah, so on my channel, I talk more about life overseas, immigration. I talk about education. I talk about the investment, finding jobs, all those kind of things, how to succeed in when you go as immigrant and how to overcome these challenges. And I know some of the content on your YouTube channel are some related to those kind of areas. So it is good to get someone with a different perspective. And I usually tell people it is better to, even if it's the same topic, listen and learn the same topic from different point of view, from different experiences. So thank you for allowing to be in my channel.
Thank you. And you're also welcome to my channel. So I realize we are in two channels at the same time, EBM. So my viewers are also watching you. And I'm pretty sure they're going to learn something from you. And so in my channel, for people who don't know, I'm also talking about how people can relocate to UK in different ways. So one of the ways is the recent way of skilled worker in the UK, that this is a new government scheme that has started. It actually started in January 2021, and I have been talking a lot about it. I also do lifestyle videos, so I like showing people around how the UK is like. So if you ever come to the UK, I've done videos of driving, going on a bus, going on holiday around here, just to give people a bit of an experience, or just to give people that feel of how the UK is like.
Thank you so much. So because we are live on both these channels, so I think the better way will be some of the questions you ask, I think that will be a better way.
Yes.
You can have the feel of both channels at the same time.
Yes, no, I agree with that, EBM.
So you can introduce yourself, then I can introduce myself. I don't know.
Okay, so let me start by introducing myself and say that my name is Sharon, and I am also known as Wa Baraka, so Sharon Wa Baraka. And apart from me being a content creator, I am also a singer, so I do sing. I'm a gospel musician. I have another channel, thank you. I have another channel called Sharon Wa Baraka Official, so people can run there, see the music that I have done. It's a new channel. I started it just before the lockdown, and then we went into lockdown. So I haven't done a lot of songs on there, but it's there, and it is a blessing if people can go and listen to those songs. And apart from that, I am a mother of two, and I really thank God for that. I live in the UK, in a place called Manchester. For those who are football lovers, they call Man U. So yeah, and this is where I am. Thank you, EBM.
And you are from Africa?
I am, yes. Originally, I grew up in Kenya. Very humble background, by the way. I come from very small village. It's called Cuba. It's in a place called Kirangare, Wangigi. The people who are from those areas, they will know. But I have really come from a humble background. And I am here, I thank God, because, God has placed me here. What about you, EBM? Why don't you tell us about yourself, your name, and where you are, and where you come from?
Yeah, so my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I usually go by EBM as abbreviation. It has been my abbreviation while I was in secondary school. And the funny thing, even my signature is just EBM. That is my signature.
Wow.
So when I didn't use EBM as a brand at the beginning, when you were in Africa, we go by last name. So my last name is Makulilo. So even when I started originally, I would call it Makulilo Foundation or something like that. But later you have to look like what will be the easier way to brand yourself? What will be the easier way for other people, because you are doing content and everything, writing books and everything for the rest of the world, what is the easier way? So that's why I say, why can't I continue use the name I've been using, the abbreviation? So that's why I go as EBM Scholars. So basically, I'm originally from Tanzania. And on the coming 2 days, on 16th of this August, I'm going to be 13 years here in the US.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so apart from the work I do to get the money and surviving as normal life, on the side, I do YouTube, and I do the YouTube basing on immigration, basing on life overseas, how to go to those countries, how to succeed, to go challenges, avoiding unnecessary mistakes people are doing along the way. So how can we avoid all those kind of things and have the goals and dreams we want to achieve? I also focus more about scholarships, not just America. I'm talking about first world in general. I focus about US, Europe, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, those areas. If they are coming, if there are opportunities, internship, jobs, and all other kind of things, I usually talk with those areas. But also for fun, I write books.
All right.
So, I've written 11 books.
11?
Yeah, 89 books left to reach 100. So.
Wow, wow, wow. We have a lot
I'm in
to
the
learn
journey
from you.
writing. I'm in the journey of writing 100 books. So.
Wow. So how is it to write a book? You know, if anyone wants to write a book, because you've written so many, is it that easy, or what would you tell people?
Writing a book is one of the easiest thing to do, as long as you know why you want to write that book. Few things. There are mistakes people do when they want to write a book. When you want to write a book, you are starting to think about Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Oh, that's good to write that. You're not Ngugi. So just write your story. You want to write a book, you are thinking about Chinua Achebe. It's like you want to play soccer and you are thinking, how can I play like Messi or Ronaldo? Those people are above the level. They are just one time they don't appear in our normal life. So the biggest mistake is that's number one. Number two mistake, people when they think about writing the book, they think about how much money am I going to make? So in the end, you are even going to start lying when the book, making fake stories so that you can sell. So that is another mistake. Another thing, people, especially when they want to write English books, there are two mistakes. Number one, we are writing English books, but we are thinking in our Swahili or our African languages. And in our African languages, we can talk too much without a full stop. That's our languages.
Yeah.
So, but if you come in English, you do the same thing, you will do a lot of grammatical mistakes. So writing simple sentences and using the very tough, hard languages, that is a bad idea. Just use the simple languages, simple sentences, and then find the free tools online. There are tools to correct your grammar, like grammar.com. There are tools to upload your book on Amazon for free. So use all the free tools and to be able to do that. And I usually tell people, when you write the book, just assume you will sell it. If you have one child, you have one book for yourself, one book for your child. So it's 2 books. If you have 3, you have 2 kids, that means you will sell 3 books. So don't worry about the rest of the people. You are writing a book for the legacy. For me, I'm writing the book for the matter of my kids. If it comes to sell, that is extra. So that is what for me I usually do. So for me, I block the outside pressure. So for me, I'm writing a book. Let's say when I'm writing scholarship book, I'm writing the book about how to get a scholarship just for any person wants to read. But for me, when my kids want to write the bestseller, it's easier for them because, oh, my father was a writer. So it's easier for them. Just like, oh, Bill Gates' son or daughter will be billionaire because the father is a billionaire. So for me, I'm creating the tool and the way for other people to come through. But I don't care how much I make through selling the book. Whether I sell, whether I don't sell, I don't care about that.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That is such an inspiration. And I'm sure the people that are watching us this evening or afternoon or morning, I know people are watching from different parts of the world. I'm sure they are inspired. You know, for me, I have always thought that writing a book is something that is really, really hard. And to sit and, you know, with an African man telling you from Tanzania, telling you that it is possible to write a book, you just become inspired. You know, EBM in my channel, I tell people that in my channel, we do nothing else but real life real issues and real talks. We inspire, inform, and impact. So
Yes.
this, what you're telling me, is everything that we do in Baraka Reality Media. So are your books all about scholars, or do you have different
No,
ones?
I have.
Yeah.
I have some here. Just these are some. So, for instance, this is my memoir, my life is on this book.
Okay. All
From
right.
Shit to Trumpland. So
Trumpland.
don't get scared with the title. Yeah. Then people are discussing Africa will be great country, continent, great country, whatever it is. If we implement 2.2, there is no way you can develop unless others. There are certain things have to be done. So this is a political science, history, economy book. Is my understanding, my perspective about why it is practically impossible for African countries to develop against the current imperialism.
And where can people find your books? If people want to buy your books, where can they find
Amazon.
them?
If you go to Amazon, if you are in UK, Amazon.uk, you are in Japan, Amazon.jp. If you are in US, Amazon.com, you write Ernest Makulilo, you'll see 11 books. So there are a lot of them. There somewhere here. For instance, so I have 3 children. So number one, I usually tell people, why is it easy to write a book? Let's say your child is 1 year old. On the birthday, what are you going to give to your child? Will remember. Any gift you're going to give to 1 year old will never remember. 2 year old will never remember.
That's true.
So that is how it came to me. When my son was having a birthday in the year 2012, I want to give a gift. It's my first child, so I was thinking, what should I write to them? I mean, to give to them. So at the end, I said, let me write a letter, and when my child will be older, I will gift that letter. So when I did that letter, so that is started for me to write more letters after letter, letter after letter. So I ended up writing over 200 letters. So all those letters were to be this book, A Loving Father.
A Loving Father. Wow.
So this is a compilation of
that's the best gift. That is the best gift you can give to your child. That's the best gift you can give to any child, because children look up to their parents. So to write a book and you're talking about your children being the best father, that you're already set up as a good role model for those children.
Okay, my second child is a daughter. She's so happy all the time. So I wrote a book about her. The happiest girl on earth. Then there's another book somewhere here for my other daughter. So that was titled Letters to My Unborn Daughter. So before I was born, I started writing the letter. The day she was born, I released the book. So there's that book. I studied political science. On election 2016, I wrote a book about the election 2016. So I'm writing, then I have 3 scholarship books. So I usually write books, not only that one. For instance, nowadays Green Card Lottery is coming up. Before the lottery results start, I will release a book about Green Card Lottery. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm going to release a book about YouTube. Yeah, so especially like YouTube book for Africans, like how do you do YouTube as immigrant, whether you are in these countries or you are in Africa, and how easy it is to be a YouTuber in Africa than people think. So that is the book in that particular way. So I'm writing the book which are practical to the realities.
Wow. That is very interesting, EBM. I'm really pleased to hear that these things are possible. And I think also being in the diaspora, it opens up these opportunities. And this is why I tell people, and I encourage people in my channel, I tell them, look at the opportunities that going into the diaspora countries opens up. If you are in Kenya, you possibly would not even have, Tanzania, you possibly would not even have been able to write or even think about writing the books, if anything. But you go out, you go to the diaspora countries, your mind starts expanding, you start thinking outside the box. So it's all about the opportunities that come with the package. So I encourage people, I tell them, don't mind how you're going to enter. It may look like you're entering in the lowest level, but look at the opportunities that kind of entry into whichever country you enter will bring for you in later in life.
Exactly.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so it's just kind of that. That's why I usually tell people, yes, we are encouraging every day about going overseas. But what if you don't go? Can you do the things you want to achieve there in your own while you are waiting for those opportunities to open up? So don't wait. I applied for green card lottery, or I applied to the University of Manchester. I'm just waiting. What if? What is another plan? So those are the things I usually tell people. You don't need it until you come to Europe or to US to get that book. Yes, for me, by being here, it helped me to research a lot of things, to do a lot of things. I understand that. But that's why nowadays, when I came, there was no, even yourself, there are no this kind of Google to this level, YouTube of this level. So now, it doesn't matter where you are, you can still do these kind of things before you go. So when you go, it's not like you are starting. When you go, you continue.
With YouTube, by the way, you know, for me, a lot of the inspiration for me to start my YouTube channel came from people in Africa. You look at the content that they are creating, and you look at the views that they are getting, and that just encourages you. That is a complete job there. You don't need any other job. It becomes a full-time job that is paying you. And you're very right. You know, you can create a job for yourself. Don't just sit there and wait for opportunities to come your way or for jobs to come your way. It is, you have it. All you need is an idea, and then you pray, and God will do the rest.
Yeah. So on my end, few things I have to ask you first of all.
Yeah.
One of the thing, usually I have bad feeling about United Kingdom because I don't like the national team. I don't like the clubs. So I'm Spanish La Liga person. So that usually but I know some of the opportunities which they're in England. So even when I was applying for opportunities, England was, or UK was like not among the top on my end.
Yeah.
But recently, they have been updating a lot of opportunities, giving more specific visa types. And now, instead of sponsorship, I mean, like you used to get, if you graduate, you have to get sponsorship to get a job. You have to get sponsored to get a work permit. Now they have removed some of those regulations. So I want you to explain to us about work opportunities, work visa, or skill opportunities in the United Kingdom, because the better way to understand this kind of thing, I can talk too much on my end, but I don't live there. You know a lot because you have passed through all these opportunities, and you have a specialty on your YouTube channel. So can you explain to us the opportunities which are available in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, sure, IBM. And you know, you are right. The United Kingdom has always been really, really strict in terms of giving opportunities to people. And you know, even before this new skill worker program that has started, they still used to allow people to come and work, but it was very, very strict.
Yeah.
They only used to let people come who had like a master's level of education, and you had to earn like 30,000 pounds per year as a salary. So, and that was a time when the UK was part of EU. Now, you know what happened? Since January 2021, UK exited Brexit. So we are no longer part of the EU. And that is what has created a lot of these opportunities. What used to happen there before is people from Europe would come freely to the UK. They had a free movement. You know, like how if you are in Kenya, you can freely go to Tanzania and Uganda, that kind of thing. So people that were in Europe would freely come in and out. Since the exit of Brexit, it has created these opportunities, and what the UK government has introduced is an equal opportunities for everybody that is coming from all over the world to come to the UK, and they have introduced a points-based system. Canada has that kind of system, and I think Australia as well, they have that kind of system. So that is the kind of system now they have introduced. And what you need to do is, they're saying that you have to meet 70 points. It is well explained, and people who have been following me, I have done a few videos in my channel. People can listen to them and see what they need to do in order to achieve those 70 points. It is not hard. And once you achieve those 70 points, then I've also given people information of where they can start their job search. Okay, once they start the job search and you've got your offer, because the first thing you need to do is to get a job offer. Once you get a job offer and you know that you've already got the 70 points, then you just go to the government website. It's www.gov.uk. Look for skilled worker visa, and the information is there. And I have done all that information in my videos, EBM. So people that are interested, I am saying this is the right opportunity. This is the right time to come to the UK. You know, this is actually very rare for the UK to present an opportunity like this.
I know.
It is very, very rare. I'm telling you, they're going to take people, and it will come a time where they're going to stop and say, we have achieved the maximum. We are not taking any more people. You know, the UK is not big. The United Kingdom.
It's just like Arusha of Tanzania. It's just a tiny area.
It can fit in 11 United States. You know, your states, they are very big. The United Kingdom can fit into the 11 of them and still leave a lot of room. So it's not a very big country here. And that is why I know this opportunity, it will not last for a very long time before they close it. So people need to act, and act quickly. If you're serious, if you have always had the dream to come to the United Kingdom, this is your opportunity. Run and don't waste any time.
Thank you so much for breaking down to that particular area. I want to emphasize on merit-based immigration, or the point system. That is what US we are lacking. That one, that's why our immigration is messed up. President Trump was planning to end the current immigration and to introduce the merit-based immigration like Canada or Australia. And obviously anything Trump is doing is considered as racist, but personal, I support a merit-based immigration because it gives a lot of opportunities to almost everybody. And especially from Africa, we are so educated compared to here.
Yeah.
So that means with the merit-based point system, as long as you are educated in language and all the requirements they need, we have people in Africa. I usually think apply this lottery, but you cannot control.
No.
Lottery. But if, let's say, I meet the points, I can have control how many jobs I apply. And I've posted here the website of the UK government. As long as you go to the official website, you want to get scammed, that's the proper way.
Yeah.
So people should not.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell people, this is not something that you need a lawyer or you need anybody to help you complete. This is something that you can complete for yourself. I have done a video on step by step what you need to do to make that application. Very, very simple. The most important thing is to get a job offer. That is what people need to be fighting for. And I've also told people where they can find these employments. If they find that employment, contact those employers, because when you have, you know what they have done? I told you before, they used to accept 30,000, but now they have reduced the threshold to 24,000. Is it 24,000 or 23,000? 24,000, no, 23,400 or 600 there. So, and for me, I think that's a good thing because you're not looking at a very high threshold. And also, you know, I said before, they only used to bring people who have a degree level or a master's level. Now they are accepting people with A level. A level is a very low level of education in terms of getting that achievement. So anybody that has gone to college, they can get those opportunities. You know, IBM, a lot of people are asking, what if I don't have college level? Go and do those courses, because all you need to do is do a course, get a certificate, and that is your A level, because all you require is to have skill. And again, EBM, before there used to be skilled and unskilled workers. Now there isn't anything like that. Everyone is a skilled worker, because skill is the experience. Those plumbing job is experience. Those care work, it is experience. You can apply for those jobs because you have that experience. You can apply you know, even people who are in the health sector, they have introduced another visa specifically that is for health and care workers. That is the one that people who are doing anything to do with health, care, nursing, doctors, psychologists, occupational therapists, all those, and their visa is cheaper than the skilled worker visa. So you see, there's another added advantage there. And if you haven't got, then try as much as you can to get a certificate that is going to back you, because a lot of the employers, that is what they are going to be asking for. And if you make an application and you tell your employer, I don't have the certificate, then it is unlikely you're going to get sponsored. So please, I'm telling people, help yourself and sell yourself to these employers. Make yourself worthy. Show them that you are really willing and you can do it, and grab those opportunities as they come.
I might add also something on the certifications. The certificates needed. One of the purpose of that certificates is for the employers to be sure that they are not taking a risk of someone who doesn't know. You might not work in that particular, but this person went to school for that. So yes, already it's just like a layer of you understand. It's just like, I know English, but the way I have to prove, take the English exam. There's no problem. But if you don't have, I'm giving example, you are applying for scholarship for another opportunity. Yes, but you can get a waiver, but still, if someone comes with that certificate, they trust the other person because has he proven something. So, which you are saying people should also get this kind of the certificates, which will help you and the employer to be confident that the person, yes, maybe because of the culture might be a little bit different, but because has the basics of everything in a professional setting. If it comes here, we'll just give a little bit extra about health system in our country and can be able to tell.
Yeah, that's very true, EBM. And you know also, because when you get this skilled worker visa or the healthcare visa, what is you're doing is, like you're saying, is it helps the employer know that you're not going to come and start claiming benefits. And that's another thing, by the way, people need to know, that you're going to be allowed to work, but you may not be allowed to claim benefits. Currently in the UK, there are people who are here, but they don't work, and so all they do is they claim benefit, like the public related funds. And the UK is trying to stop that system, or try and stop many people from claiming the public funds and allow more people to work. And I believe that is why they have opened these opportunities to people outside the world, people who are willing to come and work, not sit and just claim benefits. That is the reason why. So it is important for your employer to know that when they give you that opportunity to come, you're not going to come and sit and say you can't be able to work because you don't have the skills. That's why they're looking for those skills, and they need to be sure that you will do the job for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us more about green card, EBM, because I know there are people who are also in my channel, and I know you talk a lot about the opportunities for green card. We don't have green card here in the UK.
Yes. Only United States has this very unique way of giving green card through lottery. So in a simple way, as you know, green card is just a nickname for permanent residence. So there are different ways of getting green card, like employment, being a refugee, asylum, marriage, all those kind of things. Then there is the aspect of lottery. So how they started this lottery, they started because they want to bring diversity. So that's why it's called diversity visa lottery. So back in the early 90s, they started looking at countries with the people who are here. So there's one terminology we are usually taking for granted. You find someone is a student in America, and you say, we as immigrant, but in American law, you are not immigrant. Immigrant is someone who is a permanent resident. That's the immigrant. Meaning you came from your country to live on a permanent, with a permission to live on a permanent basis. If you come to study, to visit, even if you are coming for 5 years work permit, because that is called non-immigrant visa, you are coming to America for a specified period of time, then you expect to go back to your home country.
Yeah.
But if let's get married from day when you are coming to America, you are given what is called immigrant visa. You are coming here to live on a permanent basis. So the government, so now it looks like it's put all the countries of the world here. And then they say they are going to give eligibility based on the country of birth, regardless of the citizenship of someone.
Yeah.
And then another part is, let's say there are countries with more immigrants. By more immigrants, they mean a country has over 50,000 green card holders who have been given green card within the last 5 years. But those green cards should be from work, sponsorship, or family. Like family, marriage, or a child is sponsoring the parent, or the parent is sponsoring a child. So a family or whatever, others marriage-related sponsorship or work. If a country in the last 5 years has over 50,000 people with that green card, that's removed from participating. But if that threshold goes down, the number goes down, the countries returned back. So there are countries that have been put back, removed, kind of that. In Africa, only Nigeria is not eligible. But I've been talking over and over that there is a higher possibility this year Nigeria to be back. The reason being because of the pandemic. From March or April last year, 2020, to April this year, there are no green cards were given of any kind to anybody because there was a situation for that. So they started it this year, and even just this year is going very, very slow because of the big backlog. So for that particular case, more countries, even UK is not participating. It's because to be eligible, because for 1 year nobody has been given the visa, so the 50,000 threshold, the people will be less than that number. So in the middle of September 15 to September 20, the US government usually provides the list of the countries which are eligible.
All right. Yeah, so I know the United Kingdom is not part of the list. I know they don't offer green cards to people who are United Kingdom citizens. The
one who are born there. But if, let's say, for instance, you say you become a United Kingdom citizen, but you are born in Kenya, you will still apply, and the eligibility is you come as country of birth is Kenya.
All right.
The visa they'll put in a British passport, but you are coming as of the country of birth.
Right.
So there is a minimum education, which is high school education. If you don't have high school education, you need to have a qualifying work experience of 2 years. So don't necessarily be there at your home, you say that is work experience. No. Don't necessarily chapati at your home, you say that is work experience. If you are a cook, did you go for vocational training as a cook? Do you work in the restaurant? Not at kiosk outside your house to say, oh, you know, I'm a business owner. Is it registered? All this kind of thing. So they need, like, if you are working in the salon, did you go to training for that certification? You know, like, for instance, in the US, you cannot cut someone's hair or work in any salon or barber shop without getting a certificate for that particular authorization. So all those kind of things are changing. So for other countries, you need to have, you don't have high school, you need to have at least like certain kind of training, go to the mechanic and you work at the auto shop, kind of that. Those are the things they are going to look at to see if you qualify for that. Application is free of charge. You apply, application starts on the 1st of October until the 1st of November. So for instance, the next lottery is going to be, we call the V2023. Why 2023? Because the fiscal year in the United States starts on October 1st. So this October 1st, it is the official 2022 year for the government. So you are applying 2022 from October in November. That's come out in 2022 in May, first week. Interviews start on October 1st, 2022, which for the government, that is already 2023. So application free of charge to apply. If you win, then you have to pay. And people should know that you have to apply based on the government website. And I usually tell people, don't go to any website which is fake website. So it's called vprogram.state.gov. Any government website in the United States must have the word .gov at the end. It means government. And the state is the Department of State. and the V program, diversity visa program. So it's free of charge. People should apply. If you win, the amount of money you pay is not a lot. You pay medical.
Yeah.
The medical you pay when you go to do the medical after having the interview date in your own country. You pay cash to the physician who is going to be approved by the US Embassy. Then you will pay, that's usually around 400. Then you will pay 330 visa fee, and that you pay at the US Embassy on the interview date. So don't pay on Western Union to anybody. On that, So after you get the visa, they give you another paper which you will pay for the actual card. Which that card you can pay before coming to America or after arriving in America. So it's up to you. It doesn't affect anything. Yeah. But you can, if once they give you the visa, you can come here and get the social security number and they start working, even if you are waiting for that card. That card has nothing to do because it's just a document. It's just like you're a US citizen. You don't need to have a passport to prove you're a US citizen. If you are born here, you're a US citizen. But you don't do, it's just like you're a green card holder, even if you don't have that card at the moment, as long as you only have visa you have on your pocket.
It sounds a bit like what you get offered. So here in the UK, if you get offered a job or the skilled worker visa, there is what they're calling a BRP. So it's a card, and that card is the one that you use to prove your eligibility to work in the UK. And you get that card in your country of origin. So they have centers, depending on whichever country you're coming from. They have centers where you need to go and enroll. You know, everything nowadays, it has become biometric. So you go and enroll your fingerprints. They have to take your fingerprints. They have to take your facial biometrics. And that is to prevent anybody else from ever using your passport when they're traveling. That's why they put all these security measures in place. So you get that BRP, it gets sent to your country of origin. You obviously have to go and enroll in your country of origin. And in the UK, it gets processed between 4 to 6 months. It gets processed and you can come to the UK. And again, you'll be eligible to enter with that card. And as soon as you come, you start working. You get your, what you call in social security number, we call it national insurance number here in the UK. So you get that because that is where your taxes, you pay your taxes and you're paying back to the government. So that kind of thing. And the NI number is the one that allows you to do that. I'm seeing a few questions coming in. I don't know if you can see questions on your end.
I can see them.
Do you want me to read one from my end here?
One sec. Okay, you can read it. You can read it.
I can read. There is someone called Doreen, and she's asking, please help me to apply for the fruit packing and farm workers. I don't know. Is that something that is happening in the US? Because we don't have fruit packing and farm work in the UK.
I'll answer that one.
Okay.
For the question. Basically, these jobs about fruit and whatever, they are seasonal jobs. UK, for people who do not know, I can just try to make it easier for them to understand a little bit. UK is just a very small country. Is different from US. I'm giving an example because US is 50 countries or 50 states. So for that particular case, it's different. So they don't have big farms like that way. So majority of the jobs you can get like seasonal, like those ones. Canada, they have some of the seasonal jobs of that nature. Australia have the seasonal jobs, but with the COVID, they have stopped most of these kind of jobs. So that will be something like that way. So usually, in Australia they call it seasonal jobs. In Australia, they have special seasonal visa during, especially most of the summertime. But now they close it for this kind of job.
Okay. There's someone else that is also asking, hello, I did pharmacy certificate in Kenya. Can I get a job in the UK? Yes, the answer is yes to that. And in fact, pharmacy, it falls in the shortage occupation list because it is within the medical field. And you can either apply for the skilled worker visa or you can apply for the health and care workers visa because you're fitting in that criteria. If I were you, I would go for the health and care worker visa because it's going to save you some money. There is a charge that you pay from, it's called NHS. NHS is like the National Health Service.
Yeah.
If you're coming as a healthcare worker and pharmacist is counting as a healthcare professional, you don't pay that. So why would you waste money paying extra money when the government is saying that it is going to reduce that fee for you? And also something else, EBM. You know, the Kenyan president came here to the UK and he has signed a deal with the prime minister here of the United Kingdom. And there are jobless Kenyans that are going to be allowed to come and work here in the UK. They say, from what I read, it's going to be like about 30,000 Kenyans that are going to be allowed to come and work here. Yes. So it is a signed deal. We don't know whether it is going to work the same way as the skilled visa or whether it's going to work the same way as the health and care worker visa. But all I know is that that is a sealed deal. And I would tell people to look out and start putting your CV together. Create a very good CV because you want to impress your employers and take on that. But to answer that question, pharmacist is in the list and you stand a very good chance of finding a job in the UK.
To add on that, I made some videos about writing CVs, resumes. Africans have a big problem on that. You start name, date of birth, marital status, tribe, religion. Like, are we looking at tribal chief here? No. I'm single. So what? Are you looking for a husband or wife? No.
Nobody cares.
Someone has a master's degree. Someone has a master's degree starting education, master's, Kenyatta University, bachelor's, Polytechnic, high school, primary school, kindergarten. Like, you have masters. Why do I care about kindergarten? Like, really?
Yeah, yeah. Nobody cares about the village you came from. It is us who like talking about our background and about our humble background. But when it comes to your CV, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your marital status. Nobody cares whether you have children or you don't have children.
Yeah. So you have to write a competitive one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Competitive doesn't mean that if you say you have 5 kids, they will feel sorry for you. No. That is
no, they will not feel sorry. Here, everything is the law. They go by the law.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have questions on your end?
Let me look quick way. Let me ask you just like overall, just a cultural question. What was your experience on the first day you landed on the Great Britain or United Kingdom in general?
well. You know, first of all, United Kingdom, for those who are watching me from Kenya or maybe Tanzania, I've actually been to Tanzania once, but if you're watching this video and you're in the eastern part of Africa, coming to the United Kingdom is not any much different. We drive on the left-hand side, just like in most East African countries. And there are places that you go and you look at you see as if you're in like Nairobi downtown. There, you know, those the big city.
Yeah.
So it is not, for me, I think one of the things that was a shock is the accent. So the accent is very different anywhere you go. So you go to London, they have a different accent. You come, I live in Manchester. You come to Manchester, people have a different accent. You go further north, places like Scotland, it's even deeper. You go to Wales, and all that is still part of the United Kingdom. They have a different accent, very, very different. You wouldn't even think you're in the same country. So that for me was a number one shock. And then the other thing was about the food, because the food that we eat here is different from the food that obviously I was used to in Africa. So you have to get used to eating a lot of frozen food, which, you know, when you come from Africa, you do fresh food, fresh from the farm. Not like we don't have, we have, but because of the nature of the work that we do, sometimes it's not possible to prepare those fresh meals as much as you would like. And obviously, it is a land that is full of a lot of people that are not your same color. So that becomes a bit of a shock if you're not used to. You know, I took my kids to Kenya one day, and because they had not seen a lot of black people, they started saying, "Why is there so many black people here?" They were not understanding that we are in Africa, and Kenya is an African country. Majority of the people are going to be black people, because then they are used to seeing white people, and now they are wondering, why is it that we are seeing so many black people? You know what? A child is a child, and they record these things as they grow. So even you come here, there are things that you pick up, and they shock you as well. But I think the most shock for me was, I think, America, when I was in America, more than when I came to the United Kingdom, because America again is very, very, very different from Africa.
Yeah. In US is vastly different.
Very
UK,
different.
because they colonized most of East Africans, so you have similar things. English is the same. Yes, there is accent. So here, yes, they have accent, but it's not much difference. If New York is talking versus California, yes, you can see the difference. But the big difference will be when white person versus black person. Like, when I came the first time you hear black person talk, the only time you see when they rap, like, man, these people rapping or what? Like,
you can't hear them.
It was difficult. Like, you just end up, yes. When they laugh and you laugh too. When they kind of that, like,
you know, EDM. When I was in America, because I could not understand the accent, they used to speak to me, and because I wasn't understanding, I'll just say, yeah. And it's because I have not understood.
Yeah.
And then I would laugh. I would laugh the same way I'm laughing, and I would think, this must be a crazy girl. Why is she laughing? Because there's nothing there to make you laugh. But I would laugh to cover up.
But the other thing is, for instance, for me right now, if I hear any person, like, especially I watch like a really British, maybe BBC or those Australia, because Australia they have the more British. Sometimes I have to listen very carefully, because it's just like I'm talking. I cannot understand you. Like, but I'm used to hear American accent all the time. So like one of the British ones they talk, like, it looks different. I hear different completely.
Yeah. No, it's not different in here in the United Kingdom, because we pretty much speak the same Queen's English, the same British English, and I'm sure there are people who take their children to British system schools. So again, and I know they qualify with the same qualifications that they would qualify if they were here. Those it's called GCSE. So it's not any much different. Education is free. I think that's different from Kenya, because I know they pay for schools in Kenya or even in Tanzania. But here in the United Kingdom, education is free. They only pay when they go to university. Yeah, that's the only time that you start paying for college fees, university fees. Otherwise, the rest of it is free throughout. They provide you with books. They provide you with all the stationery for school, just like most African schools do.
Okay, that's very, very good. Yeah. Do you have any question for me?
Yeah, the weather. Tell us about the weather in US.
So the weather, again, you choose where you live. There is a bigger weather. So for instance, most of West Coast, they don't have snow. I'm talking about California. California is just like in Africa. Arizona is desert, so there is no snow, obviously. Then if you go to Washington, Oregon, there is snow, but it's not that heavy snow. Going to the states which are northern US, nearby Canada, they are extremely, extremely cold. Montana, North Dakota, Wyoming, all those northern states, Minnesota or New York, going to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, like northern state. On the east, Florida is tropical or wherever. It's just like no snow. Then what other state? Texas, they don't have snow. Also, like most of the southern one, they don't have snow. But in the Midwest, where I live in the center of the US, Missouri, Kansas, all these Midwest areas, there is a snow, but it's not heavy winter compared to someone who is going a little bit north. This year, there was one time it was like extremely, extremely cold. It was negative, maybe 20 degrees, kind of that.
Wow.
From that,
so here, so here we don't get a lot of snow. The places that get a lot of snow is the northern part of England. So if you go to like London and the mid of England, those sides, they don't tend to snow as much. Then as you go north, as you go further to the north, Birmingham, Manchester, Scotland, Wales, those sides, those are the areas that tend to have snow. Having said that, it is not as much as the US or the Canada snow.
Yeah,
but
Canada is next level.
Is extremely cold. Oh my God. But do you know, even people come here, people, especially if you're coming from Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, it does not get that cold. I know people that come here, it is summer and they're complaining it is cold. So, because we are used to 40 degrees heat in Africa. And then you come over here and we are saying that 23 degrees is very hot, and they're wondering, what are you saying? It's not cold. 23 is not hot, it's cold. But for us, 23 degrees Celsius is very hot. We are used to negatives. When it gets cold, by the way, it gets cold, it can go to as cold as -3. And that becomes, very, very cold.
Yeah, so those are, there are all those kind of things weather-wise. But also in the US, again, each state or region has their own calamities. For instance, yes, Florida is beautiful and everything, but there are some crocodile, alligators, whatever, they can come to your house. You live in beautiful California, but there are sometimes a lot of fires.
Yeah.
You live in the Midwest, is cheaper, beautiful, tornadoes.
Is it true? You can get alligators coming to your house?
Yeah, in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I went to Florida one time for a week. I was in Miami, at the University of Miami. So I found like a small like pond, whatever. All the sign, crocodile there or whatever, baby. So they give you like, don't start going to any water in Florida. You never know what will happen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. EBN, my battery is about to die. I hope it does not die before we finish this live.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask. There is one question one person is asking. Okay, this lady, I want to confirm, are you the winner DV 20 or 21? That is a different question, because you are the DV winner if DV 2020, there is no interview. Start with that one. When I say DV 2020, I mean someone who applied 2018. Are you DV 2021 winner? Meaning the interviews are the one ending in September, end of September. If you are the DV 2021 winner and your case number is 13,000, you might be interviewed because they are finalizing people for interview. I know people around 10,000, 11,000 are getting interviewed at the moment. If you are you are saying DV 2020, there is no interview for DV 2020. The interviews ended in September 2020. The only way you will be interviewed is if the court makes the decision that because of the COVID and immigration suspension, they can review, but they are not interviewing the previous DV lottery. Even like the current one, they are going to interview after the end of September. The law says end of September is the end of interviewing. So if they haven't interviewed you, the court must decide to continue the interviews. So DV 2020, if you were DV 2020 winner, meaning you applied 2018, they are not interviewing. They have never interviewed anybody.
Yeah. Wow. So you see, there's lots of opportunities, EBM, and what I keep telling people is you don't have all to go to the same countries. Let some people go to US, let others go to Canada, let others go to Germany, let others come here to the UK. All those are opportunities that people can utilize. We all don't have to go to the same place, but take a grab of all those opportunities that are available. All those countries, as long as you're out there in those diaspora countries, the opportunities are the same, and utilize them. If
Exactly,
you are
yeah.
interested, utilize them.
And before your battery goes, I wanted to share just a few things. Like there are ones. I want to share the screen and show people one thing. I want to show one
and
thing.
as you show them the screen, tell them to subscribe to the channel, because
Yes,
the subscription is what keeps us going, and subscribing is free. Bure kabisa. You don't have to pay a single penny. So if you are watching our videos and you have not subscribed, please support us by subscribing and sharing the videos.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you go to, you can see my screen here.
Yeah.
There is this video I talked about chevening scholarship for those who are looking for masters. This scholarship is a scholarship which has been open from August 3rd, and the deadline is November 2nd. I explained everything. You don't need to take the English test. You don't need to take anything. It is very simple application. And the website is here to go to apply. On the website, on my YouTube channel, I explain and even show the full form, how to go about it and to apply. It's for people to apply for master's degree, 1 year to study in England. Each year they give over how many scholarships? Over 60,000 scholarships. Each. And speaking to subscribe, so this is her channel, her YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. You'll see here, you'll be able to see so many videos. The skilled worker, for instance, that one. You want to know anything about UK, please. People, I know people have been asking about, what about agriculture? What about this? Is it skilled or unskilled? It is written here, skilled or unskilled jobs in UK, how to immigrate as a worker. Go and watch these videos.
Yeah,
jobs, they're here.
It's there. And also EBM, because I keep getting the same questions. What I have done is tomorrow I'm going to be live again, and I'm going to be answering the questions. People that want to know more about the skilled worker route into the United Kingdom, I will be answering those questions. So people can come and meet up with me, ask any questions they have. I'll be happy to answer those questions. I'll be live tomorrow UK time, 2 p.m. So depending on your country, look out for your own time in your own country, but it's going to be 2 p.m. in the United Kingdom time, and I'm going to be live answering your questions.
Okay, and her channel is on the comment. Please click on the comment there and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. And also subscribe to EBM. If you want to go to the US, he talks a lot about the process of applying for green card, what you need to do. You've heard for yourself. He has written 11 books. 11 books. That is such an inspiration. He can guide you. You can guide people on how to write books, EBM, can't you?
Yes, I do that.
Yes, yes. You know, and I keep saying, some of these opportunities, you don't get to hear them often. So when you get an opportunity like this, is a lifetime changer. Don't waste it. Go for it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
So
any last words, BBM?
I don't have any other question, but we might do another live soon. I believe so.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we are going to be wrapping. We are going to be wrapping up here. We are in 2 channels today. We are in EBM Scholars, and we are also live in Baraka Reality Media. if you have been watching our videos and you have not subscribed, this is another appeal asking you to subscribe. Support us as we do what we do. Subscribing is free. We're giving you all this information for free. We are not charging you. If we were to charge you, I'm telling you, you would not even afford to pay us. But we are sacrificing our time to give you that information for free. And information is power. When you get that information, then use it wisely. And if you don't need it, share it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family members. There could be people that want this information. So don't keep it to yourself. Share, 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 and God is going to bless you. So we're going to be wrapping up here. And thank you very much, EBM. Thank you for coming to have a conversation with me. And I'm also very pleased to sit here with you.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate your insight and all the things you are doing on your YouTube channel to share to other people in general. Yeah, so
thank you.
I really appreciate that. Has been very, very helpful. I know many people have benefited on my channel, and they will be able to get these opportunities, and hopefully we'll see many Africans abroad, and not just abroad, doing well abroad.
Yeah. You know, it's good when you see someone is doing well. It's good to celebrate them. You know, when you celebrate someone's blessing, you also become blessed. But if you don't celebrate somebody's blessing, you're only cursing yourself. So me, I like to see people doing well, and I really, you know, celebrate them, because I know someone else will celebrate me for doing well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So people, that is the end of our video today. Book an appointment with me tomorrow, UK time, 2 p.m. and I'll be there to answer any questions that you have. And if you haven't subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for those who have subscribed. You have shown me an overwhelming support, and I don't take it for granted. Let me take this opportunity and say thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. And may God bless you.